Hey, this is Michael Lee with The Road to My Ride here at the SEMA Show 2017, Las Vegas, Nevada. I am here with Jase Andrews from, tell me the name of your show again, Jase.
Yeah, so All for Adventure Unleashed.
All for Adventure Unleashed.
That's the one.
Straight from Australia.
Yep.
We are really glad you decided to share a few moments of your day with us.
Awesome. Thank you, mate. Thank you.
All right.
I'm happy to be here. I love your country.
Yeah,
I love it.
First time here?
First time.
Okay.
Just look, mate, I was the guy at 15 years old, and I bought a magazine from America.
Okay.
I think it was Four Wheeling or something. I don't know.
I used to subscribe to that.
Did you?
Four Wheeling and Off-Road. Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, I love America. I love this stuff. Yeah. And so
is that where the whole truck thing got in your head?
Yes. I think I was already a mad four-wheel driver, and it's almost like it was, I just wanted more of it,
Yeah.
And everything in America was bigger and badder and cheaper.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you knew how to do your stuff, and you still do, and that's the thing. And I think it grew from there as a young boy to what I do now,
Absolutely. So tell me, what do you love the most about the whole idea of 4x4 adventuring, going out into the places you go? What does that do for you?
The one thing that I think is sort of like the thing that makes my skin, gives me those goosebumps, and I just go, wow, that was it right there. And it's getting to a location, and you roll out your swag, and you guys don't know what a swag is. It's like a bedroll.
Sleeping bag.
But with everything in it, like a mattress, and it's completely, you can get in the rain and all that. Anyway,
Gotcha. Yeah.
And you roll it out, and you've travelled for days and days to get to this location.
Yes.
And you've travelled by four-wheel drive to a point. Then you've taken a boat off the roof, and then you've travelled in that boat for another 50 nautical miles, and then you've travelled up this river system to this rock bar. And a rock bar is where the river ends, and there's all rocks.
Okay.
You roll your swag out, light a fire, and you just lay there and look up there, and you just go, man, I am in the most remote place that I can get my gear to.
What do the stars look like out there?
You can see
That's what I bet you can.
It's insane. And I remember that particular location. I lit the fire, and I was surrounded by these big rock canyons.
Yeah.
And the boat's anchored down way down the bottom because we're up a couple of ledges. Don't camp right next to the water. Trust me. You get eaten.
Crocs.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. And there's another story there as well.
Okay.
About Crocs.
Yeah.
And I lit the fire, and the place just lit up because it just glowed because it was reflecting off the rocks, and the rocks were all red and
almost a spiritual moment.
Oh, it was almost like I was a caveman.
Okay.
Like seriously, you just I was going to start writing on the wall, doing pictures.
Yeah. Exactly.
In charcoal.
Yeah. I guess that's it. It takes you back to a primordial time almost.
Yeah, you feel primeval. You just feel like it's a funny feeling,
Yeah.
And some people can't handle that.
Right.
It freaks them out. Like seriously, it freaks them out, But me, it's almost like it's the complete opposite. It's like it calms me down.
You just achieve a peace almost, I guess. Yeah.
The further and more remote I am, the more it's like, And you can only do it in a four-wheel drive.
Well, and let me ask you that. What goes into the decision you have to make about, what the best vehicle is to get you guys out to this ends of the earth type of thing? What do you look for in a vehicle?
Well, we learn a lot. Over the years, you learn a lot. What breaks and what doesn't break. I remember the first trip going, what spare parts should I take?
Okay.
And I'm taking everything. I'm just thinking, and in the end, you get to realize that you don't need to take everything.
Okay.
We found that, and you guys are going to love this, is the 200 Series Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
You got them here in the States.
Yeah.
And that Toyota brand is really reliable in Australia for us, and the 200 Series Land Cruiser, but we modify them.
Okay.
Like, as much as you guys modify stuff, we do too, and we cut the back off the wagon.
Okay.
We turn them into utes.
Yeah.
And we make them, in Australia we call it touring.
Yeah.
In America you call it overlanding, correct?
You mean just like going out on a trip cross country?
Yeah, just camping under the stars and, driving somewhere to location.
Yeah, a road trip. Road trip, yeah.
Off-road road trip.
Absolutely.
Well, we call it touring.
Okay.
And so we're self-sufficient. We're off the grid. You understand off the grid, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're off the grid.
You got to have whatever you need. You got to have it with you.
Yeah. Whether it be water, fuel, food, repair kit, you name it, first aid. GPS, or satellite phone just in case someone gets hurt. Or
right. Now, what goes into the whole idea of situational awareness? Because I think you've said that you get in these remote places, you don't want to be surprised by some animal or something like that, because if you have a medical issue that comes from it, what do you do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so how do you go about, just kind of deciding where to be?
You've got to tune in. You've got to really, because of the experience that I've had in that remote country, and it would be no different if I came into your desert or I came into your, tropical wasteland, or it would be all the same.
Right.
And it's that experience that allows you to sort of sit there and you go, I go down to the creek and wash my hands or cast a lure. I'm looking for what's there. Is there a slide there from a crocodile, or is there some big footprints, and you're looking out and
looking for the wake in the water, right?
Yeah, that's it. You don't just go whatever, bang, next thing you're the next victim.
Exactly. So that's it. So for Americans, we hear about the Australian outback. We think of everything is out to get us. Everything's going to try to eat you, to kill you. How much of that is accurate? What would you say from your experiences?
Look, I would have to yes, you do. It is a little bit like they say it is.
Okay.
It is. Like you think about it. So I'm up in the north. I'm middle of nowhere, right?
You're right.
Because you got to get remote, because then you're going to see that type of wildlife.
Okay.
It's not happening just in the backyard. You've got to get remote, right?
Right.
And that's when you walk down to a creek, and all of a sudden you'll hear this big splash. Yeah. And you look to the left. A 4-meter crocodile just basically was sitting up on the bank, slides into the water. You just go, so if I hop in that water, I can guarantee you I'm not getting back out. I'm dead.
Right.
You know what I mean? That thing's going to come and eat me.
Yeah.
Or I'm walking through the bush and I come across a snake. Yeah. You got to, you just sort of walk around like that and step on it. You're going to get bitten.
Yeah.
Australia has the most deadliest snake in the world. It's the top 5 deadliest snakes.
The top 5 are in Australia.
In Australia.
Oh my Lord.
On the planet.
So what are we talking about? What type of snakes do you have?
We're talking taipan. We're talking king brown.
Oh wow. So are these like the viper type snakes?
Yeah. So viper, you're used to a viper or a cobra. Or a rattlesnake.
Exactly.
So a rattlesnake would be. I think it's the venom of a rattlesnake would probably. It'd give you a hard time if you were an older person, or you were young. Okay. If you're fit and healthy, I reckon you could fight it. Yeah. Right. If you wrapped it up and you did a pressure bandage. Get it to where you need to go. Yeah. Taipan, you got an hour. That's literally, your shit's going to shut down, or your system will shut down, and you'll stop breathing, gone. If someone can keep your heart going, like do heart massage for the next 5 hours till the helicopter comes, then you're going to be alive, but you're pretty much a dead man. All right, so once again, you got to watch where you are. Yeah, you got to watch where you put your feet. And I walk in the bush in these things. In your flip-flops, as we call them here. I spend this is what I wear. People in Australia are going, what are you doing, man? Jase, what are you doing in your... Yeah. It's because I feel so... I've been wearing flip-flops from day one. I'm comfortable in the bush with them. I'm usually bare feet or flip-flops. Sleeves are missing on my shirt. I've got a cap and some sunglasses and, and that's it, pair of shorts. One with nature, right? That's how we roll. No, I got you. It's I've always heard Australia is very laid back overall. Very laid People back. Take it easier, not as, I guess, what's the word? She'll be right, mate. Not self-conscious, enjoy it, right, exactly. Hey, so tell me, how'd you get the idea to turn your life, what you do, into an adventure show? Into an adventure show. Okay, so 10 years ago, I was working, I was building this big boat, and it was my job to build this boat, and I said to my wife, when I'm finished this boat, I want to break. Okay. I want to build a little boat for myself, so I built a little and a trailer, and I want to hook it on the back of the four-wheel drive, and I want to go on a boys' trip for 6 weeks up to Kimberley, the most remote part of Australia. Okay. And so I've built a boat, built this little 4.5 metre tinny, I don't know whether you call it a tinny, we'll just call it a boat.
Okay.
Tinny,
Yeah.
made of aluminium, so we call them tinnies.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you call them here.
I can't think of it either.
Plate boat, plate aluminium. Anyway,
All right.
built a trailer for it.
A metal boat. The 12.
Aluminium boat, yeah.
Yes.
Aluminum boat.
Aluminum boat.
Aluminum boat.
Yeah, we got
Aluminum
it.
boat.
We got it. All right.
Hooked it on the back of my truck, and I'm thinking, I should film this.
Okay.
And I go to the wife and I say, I'm thinking about filming my trip because I want to be a TV star. And my wife just laughs at me and just goes, okay, honey, whatever.
Yeah.
And so that was it. That was the beginning. I got on eBay and I bought this $2,000 second-hand pro camera.
Okay.
A tripod. I knew nothing about audio. I knew nothing about filming, editing. I knew nothing. I didn't know how to send an email.
Okay.
Seriously, I knew nothing.
You just knew you wanted to get
I wanted to do it.
done.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I took the camera, I took some mates, and we filmed our first 2 DVDs in the Kimberley.
Wow.
And people just loved what they saw.
So now, how did you start getting people to know? Like, what method of distribution did you use?
So from there we pushed DVD, and then we got onto television.
Okay.
And then we pushed from being on a community television,
Right.
and we ended up being on national mainstream television.
Okay.
And from there it just exploded.
Okay.
Like, I mean exploded.
So you on one of the main Australian
Yes,
networks.
on the main network on a Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And basically it's the most watched and talked about adventure 4-wheel driving fishing show in Australia.
Oh my Lord.
And have been for the last 5 years.
I guess you just show when you want to get it done, you just keep going till it's done, right?
And because our format and our style was so different to everything else, people just loved it. We wanted to entertain people.
And it certainly sounds like you've done that. Now, I understand there's quite a few Americans that watch it on the internet.
Yes.
Right?
So a lot of YouTube.
So what do you, how do you find you guys, what do you need to do?
So to get our new, so we've launched the product into Australia.
Yeah.
We've launched it in Australia first, and now we've launched it into America.
Okay.
It's an online streaming service.
Is it like on YouTube? Or?
No, it's our own platform.
It's your own,
our own channel. Unleashed.tv.
Unleashed.tv.
Yeah. So it's our own channel. If you were to subscribe, and you started watching, you could watch my content for 2 months straight.
You filmed a few
If you wanted to do
episodes.
a binge watch.
Yeah. That's a binge.
Get on the couch, get some beers, you can watch it for 2 months.
2 months straight.
That's a lot of content. We've been making content for 10 years.
Okay.
And all that content's available on our own channel, our own subscription-based channel. And it's subscribe. You can either get a monthly subscription and pay $5 US.
Okay.
Or you can pay, I don't know, whatever it adds up, $50 or $60. But the whole concept behind it is we decided to make our own channel because it was easier for us to manage.
Okay.
And so now we have control over it, and hopefully, like you guys, like yourself, just love it, fall in love with the content like Australians do.
Absolutely. So Unleashed TV and All for Adventure is the name of the show itself?
No, so
what's the difference?
Okay, I'll tell you the difference. So there's 2 shows, All for Adventure
2 shows.
and Unleashed.
Okay, now I see.
Yeah, so Unleashed is like All for Adventure on steroids. The next level.
That's saying something.
Yeah.
That's saying something.
It's gone to the next level. So Unleashed is almost like the pinnacle of what we've been doing.
And that's a newer program that you're doing?
No, it's all new. Both are new.
Well,
but one is like well, I'm finding people love All for Adventure just as much as Unleashed. So, well, that's what made us so successful.
Right.
Was All for Adventure. We're giving people a choice of so much.
Yeah.
You know, this content, and this is, All for Adventure, and people are just loving it.
All right, and if people want to just get a little taste of it, you have like clips that they can see.
Straight on to Unleashed.tv.
Yeah.
So put your details in, and watch a free episode straight up.
There you go, and it sounds like you'll be hooked after that, right?
I reckon.
All right, Jason, thank you so much.
We're already live. We are already live, and it's already happening. We've got a database, and people are subscribing already.
Well, I'm going to take a look at it. Thank you very much, Jase.
Thanks, guys. Don't forget to watch Unleashed.tv.